Oh, turn the lights down low. There are three components to this song, like most. And there's the lead part, if I remember it. And then we do that again. Now I'm here, then you breathe in slow. The chorus is what's coming to mind, so we'll go with that. C minor, B flat. And then the pre-chorus will be I like to do this. And then it was a D. What was it? Yep, that's all the song. A little, I guess it's a pulse. Is that a pulse? You'll find this out about me listening to any of my chess commentary. I don't care what the proper term is, unless I'm teaching. It would matter because they might Google it. I don't want them to be confused. Did we get it done? You can see why I didn't work out in corporate America. And then there we go. Yep. I'll do this. Music, review my outstanding lead chess battles, or vice versa, depending on how I'm feeling. If I don't have a challenge to my chess.com late blooming chess prodigy account by the time I'm done with those two things, my one song and my game reviews of the battles I played at work, I'm out. Catch you tomorrow. Be faster next time. Yeah, now I'm feeling you breathing slow. And baby, we're just reckless kids trying to find an island in the flood. Oh. Let's give this song a chance. I found a tutorial, but this one probably has a capo on it. Yeah, if I remember right, it does. That's fine. Heaven only knows where you've been, but I don't really need to know. I know where we're gonna go. On my heart where you rest in your head, you just look so beautiful, like you were an angel. I don't know if he does it 2 or 3 times there. I'm not super familiar with the song. Can I stop the flow of time? Can I swim in your divine? 'Cause I don't think I'll ever leave this place. Oh, turn the lights down low. Yeah. breathing slow. And baby, we're just reckless kids trying to find an island in the flood. Oh, lights down low. Those are the components. Easy enough. Only it's not difficult, but thing to memorize is that. I feel like there should be some slide there. Could do something. Moves like jello. Fairly convinced content creation is going to take over, or at least be one of the few stable careers. And everyone can do it because giving Uber rides and dealing cards, I've met people with a burning interest in the weirdest things I would never care about, but I like that they care about it. At least you're not boring. You can tell me why. Preferably with a story. And the good thing about AI, if it doesn't kill us all or take all our jobs, is you could be into beekeeping. It'll find all the beekeepers on TikTok. I'm not into it. A lot of people are. Something else I'm not into, feminism. But there are some... I'm just kidding, ladies. Take a joke. I like feminists with a sense of humor. It's the feminists who can't take a joke that give you all a bad name. Okay, we want to ruin his career. That guy was a soldier. He lost his leg. All right, we'll get to you in a second. Women got it hard over here. Yeah, I fought for your freedom. What's he complaining about? Women. But then you also want to be pretty and innocent. I can't have the best of both worlds, ladies. I lost my Pepsi cap. So I better not spill it. Hello, viewer. But we should, if we don't know what we want to do or we don't have an interest, that's kind of a weird thing for a human to not care about anything. Get checked out. I have a few psychologists I'd recommend. I refuse to see them after my exit to corporate America. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and men can be vulnerable. Not really. But these things keep me sharp. Chess, there's no better game to stay sharp than chess. And music, well, like Kevin O'Leary's a good example. Guitar keeps him creative. Winds him down after being the shark. And maybe if I have music, just for a short time after I'm done playing, I can be a shark. But I do it anyway. Not something you do anyway. Then challengemanchess.com. Because I don't love music. I'm not even that obsessed with music. I'm obsessed with chess. Which is why I play, what did I play? 4 games on my breaks. I play 1 on every break and I do a puzzle. It depends on how difficult the puzzle was. If it takes me more than a minute to solve the puzzle, I might not play a game. But I'm still maxing out my Lichess numbers. So I think they call it training on Lichess, right? Yeah, okay, they call it puzzles here, but they call it training on the app or something different than puzzles. So I'm a lot better, which means I'm not being challenged. It'll get to where I am. I think I went 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 in my blitz just now. Okay, my games. View the games. Yep. Let's take a glance. 7 hours ago, 3 days ago. Okay. That was one it says 7 hours ago. I guess so. But I don't really need to know. I know where you're gonna go. Yeah. Turn the lights down low. Oh, yeah. Now I'm feeling you breathing slow. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, different move. C5 is probably playable. Time to experiment. And what you'll see, I do this a lot. Not that I'm some expert, but I'm just playing around. I want to see different things with the pawns. I don't want standard things to happen because I'm not getting any better. Like, why would you do that? Because I just get take pawn. And yeah, why not leave my pawns doubled enemy? I need to find out where my options are though. I just played e4 because then it was going to force the pawn trade. You're going to have to do something like that unless you want a piece trade. But apparently it wasn't a very good move because of the king and queen being in line. So what was my best move? You like c5. Yeah, and then eventually the bishop would come back and serve as a defender too and control a lot of stuff. I get in a bad habit of this in speed chess because I'm not challenged enough online. Just your pieces aren't going to get in here, and if you want your pieces to get in here, you're gonna leave your king super exposed. I need to get in a better habit of looking for the best moves, even when I'm winning, instead of just doing what works against not very good players. Another example of doing just what works against not very good players. Yeah. My rook move, and then at least you get 2 pawns to work with. Just human nature. Why? But one of the many reasons why strong chess players would be nearly impossible for even an expert player to beat. You just don't want to leave your king exposed, but your king's already not safe, and there's not that much material anyway. Yeah, then my pawns are just gonna be too good. So that's one. Which one was that? That was this one. And this is pathetic. Pathetic for an 1800 something to do this. It's piss poor. Now, it is good tactical vision by me. I kind of wanted to share this. In speed chess, I saw it quickly. Yeah, and that should be an inaccuracy, right? Because you take that. Because if takes, then you have 1, 2, 3, and my knight is no longer helping. I thought that was an inaccuracy. Apparently it's not. Yeah, c takes. What is that? C takes, and you're up, right? I don't know. Lichess. I'm not comfortable with Lichess's analysis options yet. Yeah, important. Make these moves quick. I don't have anything obvious. It's not super clear. Yeah, no, I felt like that was a great move. And I felt like that was a mistake because I'm going to force your bishop to no longer be defending that pawn. And then I will have... Okay, I guess duh, because the queen. I felt like I was going to win a pawn there. But I guess if there, then... Yeah. Yeah. Silliness. And who cares? Well, actually, I should care. So you wanted me to... Rook e8. Yeah. Nitpicky robot. Yeah, can't do that. Can't do that. And how fast did I see it? This is where they're going to think I'm cheating. It's just my superior talent. Don't worry. My bishop's covering. Obviously, you can't do that, and you can't do that, and lose your queen. So you have to. I thought you had to go here. And then when I go there, yeah, you just lose it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Counterattack some stuff, right? Because then if you go there, well, I'm still going to just... go... No, because then you can escape. Okay. Yeah. At this level, they're not always going to see that. I would have saw that had I had time to think as White, but yeah, why not mate? Why not mate? Just blitz chess and I'm dealing cards. More difficult game tonight. It's not difficult. No, none of the games are difficult, but Heads Up Hold'em is my favorite to deal. It's my favorite. It's becoming my favorite to play. I like to gamble, but I don't anymore. On the rare occasion I go to the casino, I like Hold'em now. But I'm not good enough to play against other humans. Heads Up Hold'em, I'm sure they call it different things, different places. Ultimate Texas Hold'em, I think I've heard that. It's basically if blackjack and poker, the poker we see on TV, had a baby. That's what I deal mostly. I love it. Couldn't be happier. My table's dead. I sit there and I think about chess positions. Okay. Just trying some new stuff. What is that? The Keres structure? I saw Yasser discussing. I want to say it was Kers. Look up the Keres attack. And I guess when he was training, I think before he became a grandmaster, don't quote me, he looked at that a lot. When to log down the center, when to take, basically, if you're a beginner, though it's much more complicated than that. I guess if I would have went there first. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. Oh, yeah, because you wouldn't have time. What I was seeing, maybe it's not right. The reason I didn't just take that pawn is because I knew that if you defend it, I'm coming there. And then you will almost immediately have to deal with this ruthless skewer, which ended up happening, though. You'll notice I'm not a great chess player. It's all relative. There are levels to chess because it's not difficult to avoid that either. My queen was not protected. Enemy just proposes a queen trade, and I have to at least refute it. That's a good move. I feel like that's the only move. That's something where it's tempting to panic. Oh, no. We can't save them both. I can't go there to save it. Else I just lose, right? And if I go there, well, I guess I could have done that. Could have went there, and then if it takes, then I push. Okay, so that would have worked. But that's fine, too. Yeah, it was okay. Let's look at my rapid from last night, too. Aside from online chess is good in conjunction with over the board if our goal is to actually get better at chess. My Lichess account is to prove I'm not cheating on chess.com. Oh, that was suspicious. You can probably find one when I was super tired. The thing about it, why there will never be any legitimate way to accuse me of cheating, and I'm at the rating now where I don't think it's as impressive as some would, including streamers like, oh, 2,000 if you never played. Ooh. I think it's more because they gave up on their dreams of becoming a chess player. And so they're only like 22 to 2,300. Oh, well, I played my whole life. Whereas grandmasters know, if they watched my games on my way to 2000 on chess.com, it's better than most that would have, I mean, most would have quit. Most same people would have quit long before I got to 2000. But grandmasters would be like, that's really not very good. Now, I would like to show some grandmasters my over the board games, which of course I'm improving there too, and it's a different type of thinking. But you could not legitimately accuse me of cheating online, because when I do weird things, what would be the games where you can tell I'm tired or just guessing. I have done enough puzzles. I've taken enough lectures at the club, often in group lectures from a grandmaster. I'm way ahead of online athletes. See, this is where I need to work on things, because I was not seeing. I mean, I saw, of course, that. But when I do crazy things that would be suspicious for a player of my level, you'll see me play like shit for the rest of that game. I would bet, and I'm not friends with Chess.com's Fair Play team, I would bet the games I win or have the best overall accuracy, I'm also missing the really, really impressive moves, which would be, for someone at my skill level, how you might suspect cheating. The anomalies, the crazy, how do you see that, would be when I'm tired and I'm seeing everything. But if anyone says, oh, it's suspicious, he's not actually that good, my Lichess numbers will be similar. Okay, now I saw yeah. 92 check was best. What is it? Yeah, okay, this is where, so you already screwed yourself there. Okay, so see, what if I just, this is what I thought, if I just take that. So now how much am I up? I'm +2. That's got to be a better move, right? That's what I was thinking. It doesn't matter. Okay, then I'm going to add on to this, which I wasn't planning to do. Of course, it's 4 a.m. No one's going to join. Let's warm up arena open to all. There's money on Lichess? It's titled. Yeah, no. It won't let me into their chess party. It's titled. I'll play one rapid, because I don't have time to play a rapid while I'm working. I'll be late to get back to my table. Yeah, let's be different. I should beat these people pretty soundly. So what that eliminates, though it's just a matter of strategy, is that knight hopping there, which means it's more reasonable for me to take with my queen. It's a weird structure. It's a weird thing to do. You could do it. But it doesn't look good, which there's more to chess than looking good. But sometimes if it doesn't look good, it's just wrong. In baseball and a lot of the major American sports, which I played several growing up, oh, it doesn't matter how you got it done. It doesn't matter if it was pretty or not. In chess, sometimes it might not matter. But it is important. But it can be kind of a hint you're on the wrong track. That's where you hear it's said of some of the better players. Oh, how do you know that? And Carlson always says, I just have intuition. A lot of people can calculate it, but I have intuition. That's kind of what I mean when I say it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good if that pawn gets pushed. And it is a backwards pawn, that's why, but there are pros and cons to most moves in chess. And though there might be some reason that's fine, it's just weird. See, I don't even like that move. Because now I have your bishop pair. And if you want to castle long, or I mean, if you want to castle short, it's kind of a weird thing to do. And I already like my position a little bit better. Not only is my king safe, you're probably going to end up castling long. My pieces are more active. Okay, so now, that way if your horse goes anywhere, since the bishop's no longer helping with the defense of d6, you have to use a move to come back, which I think you probably just end up coming back here, right? Because if you do something like that, you have 1, 2, 3. And I have 1, 2. I guess you should probably do that. But if you do that, I will likely lock down. That seems to be the best move. I don't know how it wouldn't be. Yeah. Well, then that would happen. So now I'm kind of locked into here. I don't know how I can not play f4 now. Because when that happens, your bishop and your knight will see. Yeah, so now I need to go there, right? Well, but first, let's double you up. Okay, so that's fine. If you take my bishop, which I believe you should take, I don't think you should have done that. That doesn't seem right. No, I don't like that. Make the opponent work for the bishop pair. There's so many reasons that's true. One, in this example, I'm not afraid to play that now. If you try to threaten this pawn or overload this pawn, which you're a few moves away from doing, I am not scared of playing that move, which frees up my pieces to do other things. Okay, so if you want to push them, different. I'm kind of baiting that. Though a good player would know not to do that. Do I want to try to get you to play there? I don't think I do. Seems to help you. That seems awful. So I could since the queen is in front, why not? That's not the right move. Might not be either, but it's a little bit better. Because that indicates you were definitely going to do something. Yeah. There's a few ways I can do this. I felt like that knight move gave me some more flexibility. It's turning out to be the case, it seems. I want to make you commit your knight. Because once you commit your knight, I can consider this pawn push. But right now, that pawn push would just, well, I can't do it. But even if the queen were to move, I don't like making that pawn push because then I'm, at least for a few moves, locking my queen into defending that very important e-pawn. I don't want to do that. Okay, so now I might. I don't think I care. Take away your central pawn. Defend mate. I'm in pretty good shape here. What if I just left that there? I shouldn't. Am I winning? I can do that. Because you don't want to use your king. Though, be interesting. You're going to have to castle. Yeah. So you're going to end up using that pawn, which breaks apart your pawns. Seems good. But you don't want to play there. You can't play there. It's a good move. I don't see why it's not a good move. Fine. Yeah. I think these pawns are still going to overwhelm. Now the issue, though, is I now can't do that. That wasn't a good move. Terrible. Yeah, you just take, and then you win a pawn. Awful. Hmm. Yeah. Do I want that or not? Let's go there, then there. So there controls there. But you still don't have a check. So is the knight getting there really a problem? Or do I just then play there? Yeah, I think I can do that. I kiss my ass. I'm going to win. Probably end up kicking your knight, yeah. I'm going to just go there. That's an awful move. Because now I have time to do that. I think he had some hope until that move. Right? Maybe not. No, because now you're just dating. Stupid. Yeah, no, you're fine. Hmm. Gosh darn it. Son of a bitch. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know you're going to hand me the game. Boy, and that's where nerves are a real thing. But I'll take victories how I can get them. I won't say no. Thank you. Yeah, not very good players here. Okay, and we will start tomorrow by analyzing that game. If you're watching these lives, please challenge me on chess.com or friend me. Be ready to go because I will not usually last 43 minutes if I don't get a challenge.